Prince Harry has been warned he should stop trying to have his cake and eat it too over his family's security as the Duke of Sussex challenges the Home Office. Royal commentator Eden claimed Prince Harry was aware the consequences of stepping down as a working member of the royal family included losing his and Meghan Markle's security. Former Royal Protection Officer Ken Wharfe suggested however Prince Harry did not expect he would be refused after asking the Home Office to provide him with additional security when he returns to the UK with his family. Palace Confidential presenter Jo Elvin asked, "I think Harry's argument is that his birthright puts him in danger of this threat. And his bodyguards won't be able to do a proper job without the necessary intelligence from our security teams. So that seems fair, right?" Mr. Eden replied, "Well, we understand that, but so did he when he decided to give up his royal duties where that came as part of it. He moved to America to earn a lot of money and it was made very clear to him at the time that would involve giving up your security and now you have to pay for it yourself. So he really is trying to have his cake and eat it at the expense of hard-pressed taxpayers in Britain." Ms. Elvin then asked Mr. Wharfe, who served as Princess Diana and her children's former protection, "Do you have a view on the way he should have approached this?" Mr. Wharfe replied, "What he should have done, I mean he knows the system. Well, he's got a lot of contacts still within Buckingham Palace that could have made those contacts with Scotland Yard to arrange for a liaison officer that would work in conjunction with his protection team even before they left America to make sure that the transfer from the airport to wherever he's gonna live in the United Kingdom now. If that happened, we probably wouldn't be discussing that now because it would have been in place and everything would have worked, but to make this request at relatively short notice and without any warning, threatening this legal action, I think has confused himself. So he really is trying to have his cake and eat it at the expense of hard-pressed taxpayers in Britain. I don't think he expected this would happen. He thought that putting down a bucket full of cash would solve the problem. No, it doesn't work like that because this is a state-funded option." Prince Harry has filed for a judicial review against the UK Home Office for not allowing him to pay for his security on his visit to the UK with Meghan and his children. The argument laid down by Prince Harry's legal representative reads, "Prince Harry inherited a security risk at birth, for life. He remains sixth in line to the throne, served 2 tours of combat duty in Afghanistan, and in recent years his family has been subjected to well-documented neo-Nazi and extremist threats." However, Jonathan Sacerdoti claims, "I don't understand why they're making such a fuss about it. They have their own private security, as they have said, and the fact of the matter is even if they are paying for it, the police are not for hire. So I think that the police make, in tandem with governments and the royal family, decisions over who need police protection. I think that's extended to certain members of the royal family, particularly the working ones, but not always all of them." Consequently, Mr. Sacerdoti wondered whether there might be more to Harry's latest demands than met the eye. He explained, "It makes me wonder whether this might be an excuse not to come, which they could blame on the family rather than themselves. Because certainly their presence might be quite awkward in terms of stealing the pulpit from the Queen and celebrations, and perhaps this is one way they can avoid that. I hate to think that the motivation behind it, but one never knows. I think also, it's once again a way in which they can blame the family, or Britain at least, for not providing what they think is the minimum standard of protection or service to them, rather than accepting what the police force themselves, or the royal family, or the government, might think is an appropriate level of security."